Hey everybody, this is Aya. I know it looks like I'm rolling out of bed because I am. I'm trying to get all these last Pluto through the houses done because I am going to go on the YouTube hiatus so that I can finish my projects, finish my books, finish my oracle decks. It's really hard for me to have so many hands, so many things going on, and focus. And I'm close, and some things I'm not close to, aren't close to being finished, and I need to really focus. So, forgive me if you looking for me. I will send a message in my community tab and let you guys know, or maybe keep you guys posted in that way. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to talk about Saturn in the 10th house. And I'm calling this the destruction of the patriarchy because we're going through a transit with Platter conjunct Saturn. If you don't know, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So if you have any of these types of combinations in your chart, it could be Pluto in the 10th house. It could be um, it could be Saturn in your 8th house. It could be Saturn conjunct Pluto. And then conjunction is between like 0 to 10 degrees. I have a 10-degree conjunction in my chart between Saturn and Pluto. And so maybe I was kind of avoiding doing this video because I don't know, because of my father. Saturn is a representation of the father as well in your chart, as well as the sun. And then in Vedic astrology, is Jupiter is a representation of your father, but I don't really read it that way when I do. I use Saturn and the sun. All right. Let's get into it. It's not easy for some reason for me. Scary. I'm like kind of shaking. I don't know. It makes me emotional. Let me just get it out the way then. When you have Pluto in connection to Capricorn, you're here to change the way your father has done things. He didn't really do a good job a lot of times of making a great foundation for the family, or the culture in the family isn't together. It didn't. There was no. You had to create your own. You had to do it for yourself. Your dad maybe did not have it to give, or he didn't know how, but he still would like for you to respect him, or to give him, make him feel good in his ego about himself. And so in your family, you might feel responsible for making people who are irresponsible feel good. It's like you can't be real, because if you were real with them, it would hurt their feelings. And so that leads you to not being honest with yourself and what you want in your life, and you may feel like enslaved to your father in some way, or to being the father in your family, being the protector and a provider, but you don't enjoy it, and it's not. You don't feel like you have a choice. You feel powerless. It makes you feel. It's a placement that kind of makes you feel powerless, and then when you learn that you're not powerless, and that people are going to have their problems and their issues in their life with or without you. For some reason, this makes me want to cry, because my father, he actually like tried to manipulate me for money, which is very Saturn and Pluto. Is like I didn't grow up with him. Okay, a, a, a lot of things I don't know from his mouth, because he won't talk about it. He won't talk about it because it don't make him look good. But if he talked about it, then we could have a more real relationship. But he was on drugs, and I feel like I was better off not being around him at those times. But I feel like he feels entitled to whatever I do and whatever I make, because I guess he expects for me to be like all about, he has this expectation for me to be like all about family. And I am, but I'm also, um, I've been through a lot, and I don't want to go through nothing else with them. I know that if I have them around me, they're going to disrupt my peace, disrupt my projects. It'll be about petty emotional dramas instead of like me spending my time writing a book. They wouldn't, even if I paid for everything for them, they would find a way to uh, invalidate me and who I am, and call me names, or just it's like the character assassination that I'm not here for all the time. It's like I don't care, you know. And so this is what he did that has me like in my feelings. He was like, if I needed your help, would you think of me of less as a man? And I'm just kind of like, what is it that you need, and what is it that you're wanting? Your father might feel entitled to your wealth in some way. He might feel entitled to where you're at in life, but I'm wise, and my thing is that you had all this time. What were you doing with your time? Saturn is about time. Saturn, I was in a astrology group maybe a few weeks ago on Facebook, and a guy was asking, how come wherever Saturn is transiting in my chart, I feel like my life is coming to an end, my life is being ruined? And it's a simple answer. Saturn tears you down to build you back up. So if you have Pluto there, I feel like it's kind of like a double effect of Pluto and Saturn mixed together. They're like, they get together and they plot on how they can ruin your life, but it's more of a we're going to make you the best in the world at what you do, right? And so if you have Saturn and Pluto, then your father maybe did not take advantage of all his talents, because he's very talented. You can't deny him that most of the time. When you have any Plutonian energy there, there's like amazing opportunity, raw talent. Pluto is raw talent, and Saturn is what you do with your time. Are you being wise with your time? Are you being, and so in a lot of ways, I don't want him. I used to idolize my father and put him on a pedestal because I got along with him more than I got along with my mom. Maybe, I don't know. But maybe because um I'm a fair person. Until I hear something from your mouth, I'm not just going to believe what other people say. You know, and so in building a relationship with him as an adult woman, I can see some things as to maybe why my mom says the things she says, other people have said the things they say, and it's the manipulative piece for me. I'm like, don't do that to me. Don't try to take advantage of my love for you and my kindness for you. It's the criticism for me. I don't need it. Cause Saturn is super critical, but like I've said before about Saturn, it's a criticism that maybe you can look into and do something with it, and like it depends on, it's a fatherly criticism, right? Fathers will like to keep their family safe, and so they might tell you, don't cross this boundary because this is where I can keep you safe. And so with Saturn and Pluto, your father might be afraid of life. He might be afraid of success. He might be afraid of facing his self, his demons, and so he might criticize you when he sees you going after your success. It's like my father plays like 5 instruments, right? So I remember when I was going after being a singer more, because my father can sing, so can I. It's in my family. Like artistry is just in my family. It's one of those things. And I would go and he would tell me, you need to get a job. Why? Probably because it didn't work out for him. You see what I'm saying? So according to, with this aspect, your father have lots of failure in his life. So he will project that onto you. Your job is to not prove him wrong, but with Pluto energy, it will make you want to prove him wrong. It'll make you want to, you're like, I can do it. Dad, I got this. I can do it. You know, me. It's me. Why don't you trust me? That just makes me want to cry. So you'll feel like maybe your father doesn't trust you to do your thing in life, and so there might be like this relationship gap between the two of you, like between the generations. It's like you might be trying to tell your dad it's a different time now. We're not, things aren't the same. And so sometimes I feel like when parents have been through things, they have the attitude of, you'll see, life will show you, life is going to kick you in the ass, instead of just fucking tell me what happened to you. You know, this will also be an aspect to where you have daddy issues. You know, it's like you having to tell your father and talk to your father about maybe some of the issues that he's passed down to you because of his absence, or because of his insanity, child, because of his overly criticism, and he's immature. He's smart, he's talented, but your dad, and this, with any connection with Scorpio energy, there's deep emotional, psychological, and spiritual need for growth. The only way for you to have yourself for yourself, a life for yourself, your identity for yourself, your responsibilities and taking care of yourself, is to get away. A lot of time, break free, and put all that energy and responsibility that you have towards your family, towards your father's family, whoever it is, in your father's absence, in your father's a lack of maturity, you feel like it's your responsibility to pick up the slack, and it just may have just been passed down to you in your childhood without you even like realizing it. But now that you're older and you realize it, or we're having this conversation now, me and you can do something about it, because the key component of change is awareness. You have to become aware first. You have to go, and then you can make the changes necessary. Did I say everything I wanted to say? So people will know you, because the 10th house is about being known, right? And people will know you. You will be known for being real, for being raw. Whatever you do, you'll have a passion. You have to have a passion for it. Whatever your career is, it will be unconventional. It'll be something that sets you apart from everybody. It'll be so unique, nobody else will be able to copy you. You might feel a tinge of jealousy from like your family, from other people. You might feel like you have to fight for your place. You might feel like you have to prove yourself and earn. And you'd be like, how come nobody else has to go through this? How come I put in so much work and it doesn't get recognized? There's just a continuous purification of your intent, a continuous purification of getting it right. And with this placement, your soul is here to um, to it. It's like this: if you don't go through the things you go through, you won't be the person that you are supposed to become. And wherever you have Pluto, it's inevitable drama. You're going to have drama. You have to learn how to deal with it. You have to learn how to live with it. And that's what will make you an expert at what you do. It'll make you shine the brightest. But it, but you've gone through so much, you don't care about shining, or that'll kind of get like um, ebbed up out of your system. Like you caring about that, you'll just be happy that you have what you have. By the time Pluto and Saturn is done with you, you'll be like, thank God I made it. Your testimony is what we're looking for here. We're not necessarily looking for you to bling bling us to death with this aspect. We need you to give us your testimony and how you made it. And that's what's going. People will know. You will be known for that. People will know you for your power and your strength, and people will want that, and you will have that to offer. Let me teach you how to overcome. All right, I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm probably going to do 11th and 12th. So if you see me laying down like this in bed for the 11th and 12th house job, that's what it is. I got to knock these out. Go to my website for any goodies. Join my mailing list. You can just email it to me because I don't have a pop-up on there yet, but it will be coming soon. As far as you people giving me their emails, because I have just released a coupon code for anyone who's on my mailing list. I have like 400 and something people on my mailing list, and so you can be one of them. Peace.